Go.
Day 6, which is the 18th.
18th.
All right. So this was one of our brewer's Will Gaspar, one of his creations, with the name Old Sour Ned, as in Ned Flanders.
Oh, Lefty Ned.
A lot of the beers that we come up with and like the naming of it, we really like to dive into like the pop culture and our favorite references and things like that. So actually, the first one, the Nectarnomicon, if you take a look at the label for that one, Jesse, our brewer, is a huge fan of all things Halloween. It's one of his favorite holidays, and he loves watching Halloween movies with his girlfriend Natalie. So that one was Ash from The Evil Dead with white eyes, turning into a deadite, holding the Necronomicon, dripping orange-colored juice/liquid with a chainsaw in the other hand. So I'm not too familiar with the Evil Dead series, but it was a reference, and a lot of the references that we put are kind of...
We all support everyone's, I don't know, hobbies.
Yeah.
I think that's the joy of it, is we won't, like, whatever makes you happy, let's support that.
It's all about the little inside jokes, too, that, like, not a lot of people understand, but some will. Mine is... There's another one on this list that is a bit on the nose, but, you know...
For what, inside joke?
Yeah. Well, you'll see. So this one, we're fairly well known for our sours that we do. A lot of our kettle sours. The original idea for this beer was to produce a dark beer, a dark sour, and actually blend it with some of our sours that we've been conditioning for quite a long time. So the one that we were looking at blending this one with was a Flanders Red from...
How long ago did you make that?
It's like 6 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. So...
Actually, if you come into the tap room, you probably have walked by it.
Yeah, all the kegs that are at the front that are just kind of like on a rack, those are all sours that are conditioning and sitting and letting the Brett and whatever other microbes kind of do their work over time.
Yeah. So you played a part in flavoring that beer.
Yeah.
You walk by it, you cool it down or warm it up.
Yeah, it's thermodynamics. You're helping out.
Science.
But yeah, so we did end up making this beer. It was a kettle sour that we went more of like a dark malt route. Mm-hmm. We didn't end up blending it with anything just because we felt that the beer on its own was great.
Okay. So this is like a 6-year-old beer?
No, this is just the one that Will made. Like, there's no blending on this one. When we were doing the testing of the beers that have been conditioning for a long time, we think we're going to do those just separately on their own as a different pack or whatever it may be. But yeah, it's got a really dark hue to it. Almost, if you can look on like the edge of the glass, it's got almost like a red amber hue. But yeah.
Let's give her a shot. Oh, that's nice. It's subtle.
Yeah.
There's like a stone fruit.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of like on the nose, almost like a butterscotch kind of nose.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Will loves his like old school.
Oh, it's traditional beers.
Traditional beers. Yeah, I think. What do you think the each of the brewers? I won't say strengths, but what do they lean towards?
So Jesse, I think his strengths, like the ones that he really loves to do, are like the fruited sours for sure. But he also really does well with like the dark beers.
Do you like doing the Belgian white beers? Or
he did the White Zombie last year. Will did a Belgian IPA this year. That's coming up in the advent calendar. But yeah, like Jesse's dark beers for sure. I think, or like he did a tiramisu stout the one year that was phenomenal.
Tiramisu.
We did
These Donkey Kong stouts.
Yeah, the Donkey Kong. That was a banana chocolate stout. It's delicious. But then like Will goes for more of the traditional style, the more eccentric beers that nobody really does.
He does like the history.
Yes, Will is an encyclopedia of knowledge.
Yeah.
We'll talk about a style of beer, and he just pulled it from his mind palace and just regurgitates it, which is crazy to think. Like any beer that.
So he's done the Sati, which is a Finnish beer.
Yep.
The cocktail.
With like the red yeast.
The cocktail, which was last year.
Last year or the year before, but yeah, that was a traditional, like really ancient style beer that we actually incorporated 3 Costco chickens into making said beer.
Yeah.
Very surprising how that one turned out. I thoroughly enjoyed that beer.
Yeah.
It was odd,
there's umami, like a flavor that you can't, I guess, replicate.
No, without like meat products.
Yeah, the umami. So it's like a ramen. So like
yeah,
like a ramen base, an alcoholic ramen.
Yeah.